Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Creeper Shop, and welcome to this tutorial on how to fly a broken chopper in DayZ or ARMA II or whatever. And I'm going to show you a few tricks on how to take off and land safely when you have your tail rotor broken. And yeah, let's get to it. First off, we're going to break the tail rotor. So we're going to fire her up, and to make sure that we break it, I fire her up. That's the reason I start her. And we're going to give her a right there, it's broken. One more shot. Still spinning. There we are. And first I'm going to cover the most common way of doing it. It's not the most efficient, so stay with me for the rest of the tutorial, but it's the most common way of doing it. So you do it simply by rocking out back and forth until you are able to get some motion. There we are. And yeah, we have flight, and we are able to control the aircraft somehow. Keep in mind that flying without tail rotor is difficult, so you probably want to fix the chopper as soon as possible, but it is possible to fly it. Now we're going to cover landing. It's smart to find a place where you have quite an area in front of you. It's a good idea to keep it low and keep moving forward as long as possible while decreasing collective. And just before you're about to touch down, break it down so you don't move forward anymore. I was going a little bit too fast there, but we should be able to do it. And there we are. And now we're going to cover the most efficient way of taking off. Instead of rocking out, we're going to increase the collective as much as possible until we're around maybe 150 meters above the air, or 150 meters altitude, I mean. And when we reach that altitude, instead of rocking back and forth, we're simply going to decrease our collective. This makes the helicopter stabilize. So now when you're pretty stable, you just push forward. You're going to have a little tilt to the left, but you're able to rock out of it pretty fast. And that is basically the most effective way of taking off. And when I talked about landing earlier, the reason I don't suggest going into a spin when landing and taking or landing with a high altitude and then using auto hover and such is simply because staying as low as possible is safer. It's less likely to get you under fire, and landing while spinning takes a long time as well. And simply when flying, it's always a good idea to keep it as low as possible. The lower the better, as long as you're not crashing, obviously. So we can try the landing once more. Try to find a good spot. First, go in low, decrease collective, raise your nose. Not too much. It's a good idea to both decrease the collective and raising your nose at the same time. This way you slow down faster without touching the ground. So now we're in a decent speed and we have every possibility to land. Yeah, well, we damaged our chopper a little, but we were able to land it properly. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Let's just kill ourselves with the chopper. Hold on. Increase the collective first and then inject. I was just gonna spin out of it. Or not. Yeah, well, that was that little tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you did. And I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.